This is Danny with QuadLugs, and we're introducing the 180 to 250 rail, the racing rail. Here we have the ESC and the controller stacked, and on top of that is the receiver. This is a prototype piece here that we're 3D printing this at this particular time, and we're testing some camera mounts. We've had real good luck with putting the Sessions GoPro on here, the Session 4 I think it is, GoPro, and it's a real good fit on there, and of course the Mobius and the run cam fits really good on there. You can get the the GoPro to 3 or the 4 on it, but it's a better fit on the Session 4 or the GoPro Session. We're using a 4-in-1 ESC here. Obviously you can put a distribution board here and mount your or install your ESCs on the arms. I'm using a CC3D, and I'm really liking this the CC3Ds. They've been performing really well for me. I think they're maybe a little bit undersold, meaning not a lot of people are looking at them, or not as many people are looking at them as some of the other boards, but this is a good board. And until you get into being really super critical with your flying, meaning competitive racing and good competitive racing, you can handle some of the local racing with a CC3D with no problem at all. When you get into the major events, you may want to relook at the controller, but I'll tell you, I'm having real good luck with that. And of course I'm using Spectrum satellite just because it's so easy to use a Spectrum, and you can put other obviously receivers on that top plate. The motors, this I'm using Emax, but you can put any one of the motors on it. We do use on our motor mounts, we use the X mount, which makes it to where you can put anything on there. I mean, I'm gonna have a build video coming up in electronics coming out on it real soon, within the next couple of days. Super easy to do. Putting the frame together super fast, and the electronics is super fast. There's quite a few different ways of your battery connector being put on. We're running it through here right now because video transmitter here. So we tuck it under like this, and the battery goes here. Works really well like that. The way we're building it, and on the build videos you'll see, if you have a failure here, all you have to do is you'll take off 4 nuts at the bottom piece comes off, these slide off, the motors come out, put back in, this piece goes back on. Now, I didn't solder in my connectors here because I am trying out different flight controllers, so it makes it real easy just to unplug it and plug another one in. But I'm sure most everyone would want to hard solder that in, although I've been flying it quite a bit like this and haven't had any problem at all. So you don't have to build a Ferrari until you need it, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, it works really well. The frame with the post and the spacers is 100, and it's on our website at QuadLugs.com, is about 106 grams, super light, really nice. Now, that is not counting, all the gear on it. That's the frame itself. The neat thing about this is that you'll get it with enough wood here to do a 250. Obviously, you can make it bigger if you wanted to. But from a 250 on down to a 180, all you have to do is cut the wood. The center part fits the same. So you can make it a 250, or you can, go on down to a 180 very easily. The neat thing about it, you can run it like, you can make it like a 180, 185, and you can put 5-inch props. This is a 200 with 5-inch props on it. So, you know, you can monkey around with the arms, and you can really get a compact size, you know, more so than the 250, or smaller than the 250, and run some huge props on there. So this is how I'm mounting the video transmitter, and it screws on the back. Super easy to, you know, adjust it. Works real well. We're going to show you this when we do our video side of it, or do our FPV side of it. And right now we're mounting the camera in front with an adjustable mount here. So it works out real good this way, and it's doing a good job with it like this. Now there's something that's unique, and this is just a mock-up here. This is what the studs look like that come up. So, and all 4 of them are going to be this size here. And then they're screwed on at the bottom, so whenever you want to change something, now this piece just comes off, you can do whatever you want. So you can, you know, take one piece off at a time. Makes it really easy and really quick to get into it. But you'll have 4, you know, studs this size. And it's going to come with the spacers, and all that's on our website. It's going to be on our build video also. Works really, really well. I think you're going to like it. It really flies well. It's a nice alternative to, again, like with all QuadLugs, you can make it your own. You can paint them up. You can make them, you know, bigger or smaller. You can do neat things with it. We have a couple of guys right now that are messing around with arms that are a certain length here and a different length in the back, and vice versa. That's pretty neat, what some of the things that we're kind of playing around with right now also. Also, there's one other thing coming up, and this is in the near future. You know, it's a few months out, but these holes you see in here, first of all, you'll see in the build video where we actually clip the top part off, and that's where the motor wires tuck in, and then it leaves, you know, an area here for your battery strap. But we also have some pieces coming out that's actually going to fit in these holes here, and you can have an actual body put on it. So a lot of neat things coming up with this. Also, very soon here we have these same parts that we're going to be using in an H configuration. This is our X mount lug, our X Lug, which is a nice addition to this. We've been doing a little bit of flying on it, line of sight, and testing out a couple of the different kind of props, or different blade props, and everything is working out really well. I'm going to get a lot more in depth with it. We're, you know, with the build video, the FPV side of it, the camera and the video transmitter, and we're going to get into a lot of the flying and the handling of it. But this is Danny with QuadLugs. Take a look at it. I think you're going to like it. It's got a lot of potential. It's a lot of fun, and it's another QuadLugs. Take care.